Hello everyone, Jet here, and welcome back to my Total War playthrough as the Tomb Kings. I lost the ability to talk for a second there, and as a Grand Hierophant Khatep as the Exiles of Nehek. It's only a small mouthful, nearly as much as saying all of Khatep as Cetra's title train. Cetra has a few titles, guys. Small amount of titles. Anyway, let's keep an eye on these high elves here. They are becoming more friendly with me, which is good. Why are they suddenly not liking me? Oh yeah, because they're at war with... Yeah, because they're at war with everybody else, usefully. We're good here. They can theoretically land with those forces, but I'm not particularly bothered by that. Don't really need more income. I think we're probably at an end turn here. While we recoup our forces, so let's end turn. So obviously Hexalotl are doing its things down there. I keep getting a bit confused between this and my Skaven campaign because we've been expanding in the same areas. Even though it's a completely different map, I need to push back the tide there. Just push them out of their cities here into the coast, and then we need to start conquering the north. Now, the north is going to be tricky for me to hold. However, the Dark Elves, it's not good for the Dark Elves either, so actually they will be struggling there. And once I've done that, guys, we need to actually concentrate on getting our campaign completed. We need to actually work on getting some of those armies out of the way and pushing some of the extra settlements.
Immortality.
Nope. I do not want to go to war with them just yet. If I can avoid a war with the last Dark Elf faction for the time being, I will do it. I'm not saying I'm going to leave them permanently. I will go to war with them long run, but for the time being, I'm more than happy to. Let's do that. Let's take the buff. A couple more turns will be good to go there. You two should be pretty much good to go.
It is ours. Attend your king, slaves.
We can use 50% of our range and re-adopt that stance. So let's do that.
Soldiers, towering on life.
So we still get regen and we don't take damage here. And we're going to push out here.
So much for Morathi.
And start capturing these territories. Now these can't necessarily have walls as well, which is bad. Because they're, what can we get in there? It's nothing worth it. Again, we're saving for the army, so I don't care about all of these things, because I'm saving for the army.
Servants. Land of the dead.
I mean, they're increasing my tradable resources here. I really do not like them just sitting there. It makes me a little paranoid. Okay, you can get leveled up as well. Let's end turn again. We're doing a few end turns here, guys, as we finish off the Dark Elves up here. The Dark Elves are my biggest threat at the moment, as I've been saying. Well, they're not really a big threat, they're just the biggest pain in the butt at the moment. Finishing them off is just going to take time. As you've seen, my armies are not good in the far north up here. Oh, he wants a peace treaty. Yeah, not happening. No, he needs to be battered completely. I'm going to take all of the north. We're going to start working on that next, and then once we've cleared out everything else, and then once we've got the far north taken, they're going to be harder settlements to hold on to as well, annoyingly. But I don't want to just leave them empty behind me. And we're going to have to cut along above the High Elves. Oh, I might be able to set some High Elf targets up there. I might do that. And I need to go and deal with that army. Some of those armies floating around next, because I've only got 1 book so far. And if I can get up to my 5, that would be really, really beneficial, unsurprisingly.
Priest King of greatest dynasty.
50% and reef and go back into this.
From the sands. My dynasty reigns supreme.
You can go straight at there.
Challenge me.
Nice easy cap for us.
Sack it.
Ah, we can garrison it, but we can't build walls here, so it's an odd one. Unfortunately, I don't think it's really worth it then. And we're going to want public order bonuses, masses of.
Land of the dead. Arise.
I know they're going to take negatives, but there's not much I can do about that. Who does? No, I can't stop my guys taking attrition. I'm going to keep watching them. This is good, but more Tomb Guard's also good. Which one are you? You can just generally level up. In fact, can I get your replacement back? Oh no, I've already got the really high level guy back, don't I?
Curse.
Okay, my Nikaran priest. Ooh, we're pushing down this one on everybody at the moment. I'm still a little concerned by those armies. I suspect they're desperately trying to sabotage mine and Mazamundi's relations, which isn't good for me. That said, Mazamundi is very over-engaged, but so am I. So, once I've dealt with all the Dark Elves up here, I'll be a lot more free to start pushing, but I've got to get myself to that position first. You'd think that the dead wouldn't necessarily take attrition, but, you know. What are you doing down there, Mr. Mundy? Oh, you need to confederate with your allies there, but if you don't, I'm not particularly bothered. Mazamundi's just having a mammoth war. I suspect most of that territory down there is Clan Pestilence, if not all Clan Pestilence, which is surprisingly powerful for the Skaven. Plus the Chaos are doing quite well. Yeah, let's take the hit to growth. I don't need it so much anymore.
Petra watches. Nehekara rises from the sands.
You can go and hit here.
What? Send the chariots.
Nice easy auto.
The nights are long here.
Find my harem. Address me as your highness.
Cool, we're slowly closing
Send
in.
your king, slaves. Send the chariots. No!
You have a War Sphinx. What do you have in your army? You've got a good mix of things in your army. So we're going to finish off Stone Sentinels. Ooh. Is that our other dynasty done? That is our last dynasty done. He's not so good. That's good. I'm gonna grab him to up my war things. I'm spending some of those things I said I wasn't gonna spend. But the war sphinx capacity is good, and we can get another army out now. And they're going to be changed next turn, swapped out next turn, so I'm not particularly bothered by who this is. Ooh. Can I not? Oh yeah, I'm on full capacity for all of these things, unsurprisingly. Right, I'm going to save up to start getting some of these, actually. Actually, you and your little friends can all be kicked. Now I've already spent all the money. I forgot it doesn't cost me money to recruit my army, so that was a complete and utter waste. Never mind. I don't like them just hanging around in my territory. That is a worry. That's the sort of thing you do if you're planning on going to war with somebody. And I don't like the idea of a war with high-end high elves. I suspect that would be a very, very difficult war. Oh, they've pulled back. I was going to say, that's a little bit of a ballsy move for them there, to charge forwards right next to my settlement with a teeny little army. We're going to try and pincer onto the frozen city up there to finish off that little bastion of strength, and then, as I said, we'll finish off and we'll just start cutting through the north as quickly as we can. I will take attrition up there, and then we can get our armies back elsewhere. So I do know where a lot of these armies are now, and I've got open access to a lot of these guys, so we're also going to start working on them, because I only need to get 4 of them to win, to complete my campaign, so...
Destroy them! March on! Send the chariots to battle for the Creator God!
Okay, we're starting to siege.
Hierophant Khatep.
You can zerg round, and you can zerg up.
Never tire.
I didn't even think about that. They've got an army outside.
Obey me!
Which, I mean, it can't do much, but... that'll do. Oh, I still can't afford that. Let's buff up my Necropolis Knights a bit. This is the one I want. Okay, and to start with... that'll do to start with. I might rejig him a little bit later on, but for now that'll do. I'm not building up anything because I'm saving money. Forgot about that. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter what I forgot about
realm
it.
of souls fills with my foes.
So we're slowly cutting them out of the north, though it's, as I said, holding on to the north could be tricky, but we'll deal with that when we deal with that. I'm going to have to build lots and lots of public order buildings there to keep them on side, but that's not too bad a thing for us to have to do. Nagaron are doing their thing. Let's see. Are they going to attack? I mean, their little army who's next to that city is completely stuck there. So they can't actually attack or move without engaging me, so... Oh, there goes Pestilence again, pushing up. I suspect Pestilence is very powerful, actually. Which is good. I like Pestilence being powerful. It means it counterbalances the Lizard Men. And the Lizard Men have got such a weird chunks of territory around here.
Wise indeed.
Still not happening. I think he might have come to the realization that at some point soon he is going to get flattened. Okay, first things first. Ooh, no, I don't need either of them. I'm not after either of them. I want a War Sphinx to be able to unlock another War Sphinx. Gotta level you up so we can get some more Necropolis Knights as well. For this guy, when we get there. You can get a Skeletal Steed. We can start burning our way over here. Let's stop spending money here, and once again you're going to get knocked over and you're going to build another public order building. Now let's see.
Attend your king, slaves. My dynasty reigns supreme. This is forbidden. Hierophant Khatep.
Oh, we have to wait to get some siege equipment. Ha! Oh, let's grab Arcane Conduit.
They have risen. Hekara rises from the sands.
And we've got all of that. Let's buff up some of our other abilities.
I reign, my glory.
Okay. We are getting there slowly. They have decided to pull out of my territory now. I was a little worried by that, but you know, that's dealt with now. Oh, oh wow, he's confederated with the Last Defenders. I was just about to say, has he done that? Which has just made him much more powerful and potentially got him Croc Gar as well, which is very big for us. Oh, that's not good. I have to enter on their side, really, but the High Elves aren't going to like that. But we're nearly in a position where we can deal with the High Elves if absolutely needs be. And we can help our other High Elf faction to batter them if needs be, so... take control of the vortex for ourselves. Not that we need to, not that we really concern ourselves with petty things like the vortex.
You are an abomination, and yet I must hear your words.
Yeah. We're not actually bothered about me being at war with those guys.
Yes?
Stride to greatness. We never tire.
Double time it just to get there quicker.
Unliving.
Let's throw the high
The
elves
dead
some
come
cash to
calling.
keep them
What do you
happy.
As you say.
There you go, we are now improving again with them.
Priest King. Destroy them.
That's now an easy auto.
The treasures are mine. My dynasty reigns supreme. Kill these wretches. Ritual. Your king demands.
Oh, I lost a unit of bog standard spearmen.
Join.
We're not spearmen, swordsmen. You can double time back around there. You're going to push up to the Palace of Ruin. That's what I wanted to do.
Lady of Ulthorn.
I want you to take her there, please.
Representatives from Nehek.
Oh, and do the Dark Elves have here as well? Though I'm not so bothered about the Dark Elves anymore. They are massively weakened now, so... Let's buffs up our Necropolis Knights again a bit more. These things are good. Some of these guys are very good to have in your armies. So like that hawkish precision for them in my army. So I might start working on these as well. Bonus versus large for Necrosphinxes and War Sphinxes, that's very good. Weapon, wow. So yeah, we're going to start working on some of these soon as well for my main army. And once we've done everything, we are going to be doing a bit of rejigging. Let's do public order buffs for now. You can start working on some walls. Ooh, that's good. We can get some other units to you actually now.
Your king.
That's good.
Rise.
Up that was up that. That is good. Charge bonus, does it do other bonuses? Yeah. Let's start upping his own damage a little bit actually. And end turn again. So it's pretty much the end of the Dark Elves now. All of their power base has been taken out. It's just these few little places in the north from Nagaroth which are really left to deal with. Once I've cleared them out, I can go up and chase into the Frozen Wastes up in the sort of northeast, but I'm not sure I'm going to bother unless they start causing me big issues. You know, I might just send a couple of armies down to deal with them, but it's not a huge problem having them floating around. In fact, we might even just throw a peace treaty their way once we've taken all of that, because I'm really not that fussed by that. They are done as a power in the world now. They are no longer a threat. It's just mopping up. Ooh, Clan Moors is still about. That's unusual at this point. They've usually got themselves smashed by this point. Or confederated with Clan Pestilence, who are still actually expanding, which is quite scary. The Skaven can become quite big and powerful, actually, if you leave them for too long. Zlan Hupek is also in this war. As I said, Lustria just seems to be a mess at the moment. Can I just take that? We're gonna try.
What nonsense is this?
I really don't want there to be a big garrison here. There isn't, but it's a bit of a pain. It's a bit of a grotty garrison. Especially when my guys aren't at full.
Destroy them!
I'm gonna take losses, but I don't really care about these armies, guys.
Victory in undeath!
I know that was a bit of a waste of my units, but again, as I said, I don't really care about that. This is a very pretty island with the old high elf city on it, with this one in front of it.
Attend your king, slaves. Onward, soldiers! Entune them!
You can go down here, then we're going to have to go via sea to get to the next one. There's a skull reef on the way, which is nice. You can start making your way down to here. Oh! I messed up. I meant to put them there because my plan was to get lightning strike, wasn't it, guys? Oh well, never mind. And let's end turn again. So we now control. Oh no, we don't. We don't control Nagaron. There is still one. Well, there's still a couple of small little annoyances left to deal with, but we have driven Nagaron off Nagaroth, the continent. It is now the home of the Exiles of Nehek. We control this continent almost in its entirety, which is really good. We're just going to keep the pressure on. We don't need too many armies to push now because the Dark Elves are, Nagaron are done as a force in this world. Right now I'm just building up to get more armies because that's our issue at the moment, is keep having enough armies so that we can get them to bring them to bear in multiple places. I'm still very tempted to sail over to Khemri, but with what's going on in the world at the moment, it's leaving my rear a little exposed. because I would have to leave multiple armies over here to try and defend, and relatively powerful armies. That said, I could send a Khemri expeditionary force of a couple of armies just to try and make a beachhead over there.
Of greatest dynasty. Nehekara rises from the sands.
You could see.
There they are, trying to build up another army.
Take these wretches. Occupy it in my name. Find my harem. Tomb King of Nehekara.
We're buffing up his damage now.
Not to be trashed. To be crushed.
Ooh, we're getting here where we're going to be able to start getting extra, choosing to be able to get extra really nice things as well, which will be good.
Priest King. Priest King of greatest dynasty.
That'll do. You can stay like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're good. A couple more spears for you, actually. I don't really care about that one. Why has that got a picture of them when it's got nothing to do with them? Don't really use carrion. Yeah, we'll do that for the charge bonus for Nehekara warriors. I also do need to. I can start doing these, which will unlock more heroes for me. Yeah, let's get you up to full as well while we can. How are we doing diplomatically?
At your service.
We're still making
Wisdom
friends
awaits.
with them. We're still very good friends with these guys. How does Mundi like us at the moment? And we're still good friends with Mazzamundi. We are now steadfast, which should make it easier to trade with people if we need to. Or people who like us anyway.
Before your king.
Yeah, you're not my king. So it looks like Khemri and Nagash are having a good old battle there. They control half each. Neither anything compared to the Exiles of Nehek, of course, who are the rightful owners, the rightful rulers of Khemri, guys. That's what we are. You know, they're just pretenders to the throne down there. And at some point we will go and deal with them. It looks like the High Elves may also have had the same idea as me about finishing off the Dark Elves. Okay, I don't think the Lizard Men quite know what to do, because they don't. The AI doesn't necessarily know that that's all Skaven settlements down there. This is the annoying thing. I've just got loads of their Dark Elf agents wandering around in my territory, prodding me lots, which I will need to deal with at some point. In fact, I'm going to turn my army, which I've been sending down, around, because he's going to go deal with Grond, with my Khatep as well. Ooh, and Skaven are being very Skaven. They're just attacking the places they know they can win. And as far as the Lizard Men know, they're just getting turned into ruins. They're not being captured, and they don't know. The AI is not so good at working out where they actually are, I don't think. We will be dealing with them soon. Thing with them is I want to be sure, completely sure I can destroy them utterly. So you're going to start heading this way to deal with Grond. And Khatep can move down there.
Submit to your king. I am awake.
we're just moving along to the Fortress of the Damned. Oh, that's the other thing we want up here. Is there anything we've got which can... Yes, we want to push our Untainted as much as possible up here as well, because there's constant creep of chaos. Anyway, guys, we are going to end this here with almost completely controlled Naggarond. We've pushed Naggaroth out completely, which is good. That was one of my main aims. I do believe that they are down here as well, but I can't quite see here. Anyway, guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. I do apologise that we've been a bit slow on videos recently. If you're not aware, I've been having PC issues. I've also had a few upload issues, guys. Touch wood, it's all fixed. As always, guys, if you feel free to throw comments in the comments. If you want to give me comments more directly, you can jump on our Discord. You also get feedback when I'm having issues. If you were wondering why these were taking a little bit longer to come out on my Discord, so you are more than welcome to do that, to join there. Again, all the links to that are below in the comments and on the description, as is the link to my social media and to my Patreon accounts on there. As always, thank you very much for watching, guys.